Making a mistake when processing a monthly payment or just any transaction is so easy. Matter of fact, it's simple. All it takes is 1 second of a distraction, 1 second of not focusing, and you'll make a couple mistakes within one transaction. So, the rule to eliminate any mistake, especially when you're processing any monthly payments, any paperwork, is to follow the checklist. Now, there's a checklist for almost every single transaction, for every single procedure. The problem is the following. The problem is we get comfortable and we stop using the checklist, and that's when we eliminate the following procedures and we stop double, triple checking our paperwork or our transactions and we start making mistakes. So always follow the checklist. Now, there's a checklist for monthly payment. So this is a monthly payment checklist. So step number one, it says flags, collect missing activity, notes, follow up, check for fast lane appointments. Matter of fact, the rule is always to check the last 3 months worth of notes. Check for balances, check that the customer's information is correct. So always check that the policy number is accurate, that the company on the Hawksoft is accurate, that the phone number is accurate, simply because this information is essential for us to service the policy. Step number two, log into the website, check for any suspenses from the company, collect the payment with the $10 processing fee, collect the cash or the credit before you process anything, then process the payment on the website. Print the confirmation, make sure the confirmation is in front of you so that the confirmation will help you eliminate typing the incorrect submission or the incorrect amount that was processed on the website. Step number three, you're going to go back to the Hawksoft. You're going to make sure that the EFT amount matches with the amount uploaded. So you're going to have your confirmation page in front of you, and you're going to make sure that the amount on your confirmation page matches the amount that you typed under the EFT to company. You're going to check your receipt before you process it. Did you select the processing fee and did you add the $10? For the payment method, did you select cash, debit, credit? For Fastlane appointments, did you type Fastlane under the note section? So step 1, 2, and 3 are essential for you to follow them. So read them and then check them. Don't just check the box assuming that you're checking everything just to complete the form and to submit the form and to turn in the form. You have to make sure that you're actually reading each section and you're checking every section as you're processing the payment. So for instance, step number 1, flags, collect missing activities, check the notes, check for balances, and check that the customer's information is correct. So literally this is what you would do. You're going to log into the Hawksoft, log into the file. You're going to read all the notes. This is the training file. So there's no notes, but literally you would read the notes. You're going to determine if there's anything missing. You're going to determine if it's a Fastlane appointment. You're going to determine if there's any information that's essential. You're also going to make sure that Alliance is the right company, that the policy number is accurate, and also the phone number. So you could simply ask them. You could just ask the client, is your phone number still the same? Is it 323-283? Or you could just tell them, or you could ask them, can you give me your phone number just to confirm that I have the right one? So you're going to confirm that information. And then we're going to check for the balance. You're going to go to payment. You're going to make sure that there's no balance, that the customer doesn't owe any money. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, you're going to log into the company and you're going to process the payment. You're going to confirm the information with the customer. Now, it's important to collect the cash or process the debit card before you process the payment online. Now, just imagine that the credit card doesn't go through and you've already processed the payment online, now we have an issue. Now we need to void the payment, and it's not easy to void any transactions. Companies don't want to void payments. They're going to give us a difficult time. So make sure to collect the cash or collect the credit or process a credit transaction with the $10 before you process the payment online. Also, advise the customer that there's an additional $10 as a processing fee before you process anything, because you don't want the customer to get defensive after you're done printing the actual receipt. So make sure to advise them your payment is $150 plus $10, so it's $160. Now, step number 3, you're gonna go back to the Hawksoft. So let's just assume that the payment is $150. So you're gonna select the EFT to company, $150. You're gonna select the processing fee, $10. Now your total is $160. Let's assume you're selecting debit for $160, and you're gonna unselect the upload payment. Now, if the payment is a Fastlane appointment, you're gonna type in Fastlane under the notes. Now let's go back to the checklist. Now, as you're checking, you're also as you're checking the information, you're also confirming that you're checking so don't just check them just to check them. Make sure to read them, actually go through the process, and then you're going to check them. This is just an example. So now double, triple check your receipt before you process it. I mean, it's only going to take you an additional 30 seconds. Don't worry about the client if the client's in a rush. You have to worry about making sure you don't make any mistakes. Now, if you follow the checklist and you actually truly follow the checklist and you read each section or each detail and you check the detail after you confirm the information, you're never going to make any mistakes. So EFT to company, you're going to have your confirmation page. So just confirm that the amount on the company's confirmation page matches this amount that you typed. You're going to select processing fee, so make sure you select the right item, the right type of fee, and that you typed $10. Make sure that the total that you collected, so in this case if it's debit, you should also have the copy of the debit transaction in front of you for $160, and then you're going to make sure that debit and the $160 is accurate, and then you're going to process it. So it's pretty simple, it's pretty basic. As long as you follow the checklist, you really shouldn't have any mistakes. So we checked everything. Now another step that you also have to follow, which is towards the bottom, which is step number 5, that you actually offer the referral program. So always offer the referral program. Make sure that customers have an opportunity of receiving cash back through the referral program. And also that's a method of generating leads. So once again, to eliminate any mistakes on the receipt, follow the checklist.